By the time I'm pitching, I already have two agents in mind. I thought, so you have this order taker, and that's like equivalent to a kid who just got hired at McDonald's, right? Or at Justice store. I have a daughter, so I know these stores. And so it's a kid who you can come up to them and say, I'd like to order this, that, or the other, but you can't come up to them and say, what do you think I should get, right? Like, they won't consult you. They're just simply order takers. They lack sales skills. They lack maybe product understanding. And it's not that hard for me to convince you, the audience, like whoever's watching this, that an order taker is an entirely different position from a sales consultant. Right? And that the compensation plans are different, but more importantly, the skill set required to do the order taker job and the consultant job are entirely different. And so I thought we're going to have an order taker and we're also going to have a sales consultant. And I was compelled to innovate more, to think more agents. And the reason why, because as soon as I realized that what we're dealing with here is, we're not, like, my company or like my partner and we're not going to grab like a bunch of hardware and spin up an AI agent from scratch. No, we're going to go and grab like ChatGPT or Gemini. We're probably not going to touch DeepSeek, even though it's the cheapest and seems like it performs the best, because consider where it comes from, and you don't even know how much of it is plugged into the central government of China. So no, it'll probably end up being, well, it ended up being actually Gemini, right? So we use Gemini by Google. But the point is that we're not in a position to spin up our own AI. We're not out there training any artificial intelligence, any languages or anything like that. Really what we're doing is we're taking an AI and we're giving it an experience. That's the part we're training. So what do you need? Like, and so that was my sense of urgency, because I realized that if you figure out how to take a wrapper around ChatGPT or around Gemini, well, then you have an order taker. It's not a very complicated product to make, and there's very little proprietary technology in there, right? So we're going to have to figure out how to integrate with the phone. Who's going to provide the phone? All right, some provider. In our case, it's Microsoft, right? We can probably even go to Google, because if we're using Google Gemini, we might as well use Google Phone and integrate it with Google Phone. It'll probably be easier. But the point that I'm trying to make is that anybody can do that. And my feeling is that in a couple of years, consumers or merchants themselves would be able to just open the Gemini and connect